The only top that is off limits would be like not wearing one at all. Maybe. Hello, lovelies. It's me, Najah Marie, back with another video. Also, if like you're new, welcome. It's nice to have you here. And before I begin with today's video, I just wanted to say like thank you all so much for liking my videos and subscribing to my channel. I have officially reached, or I am pretty much like over 100 subscribers, so I just wanted to say thank you because oh my goodness, I didn't think I'd get to this point, and it's taken me a long time, but I think now I'm like finding my rhythm. So yeah, I just wanted to say thank you, and I really appreciate the support and the commentary that I've been getting, the discussions that we've been having in the comment section. I'm just happy and thankful and so grateful. So now today's video is actually going to be really interesting because it's a part 2, parte dos. Okay, anyway, if you guys weren't already familiar, I have a video from 2 years ago entitled The Perks of Being Itty Bitty, and I was like, well, it would be cool if like you did a part 2, Najah, because there are more perks to being itty bitty than the ones that you mentioned in your previous video. So I figured, well, why the heck not? So we're here. And without further ado, here goes nothing. La quoi? It's their black raspberry flavor, which is my first time trying it, and oh my god, it's so good. But anyway, I don't know how many perks I did in my last video because I didn't count, but another perk of being itty bitty is, and I don't think I touched on this in my last video, but you can pretty much sleep in any position that you want. And for me, since I'm also a member of this committee, excuse me, I am so grateful to not have a big chest because I like to sleep on my stomach like a lot. It's really strange because I'll go to sleep on my back, like in the corpse position, and then by the next morning I'm in, what's that position where you're like the skydiving position, and I'm like, or like the dead body position, in the crime scene position. So I pretty much like sleep, like I'm tossing and turning at night anyway. So it's wonderful that with having a small chest, you don't have to worry about sleeping, like being in pain when you're sleeping on your stomach or on your side or even on your back, because I think when you do have a bigger chest, like all that weight is just pushing on your lungs, so it's kind of a little difficult for you to breathe. So I'm just lucky that I don't have that. And let me keep going. Another perk of being itty bitty is that your chest won't sag as much. What I mean by that is women with a larger chest tend to sag, like their boobs tend to sag even in younger women, but that's just because their chest is like larger. Or if a young woman who has a bigger chest like participates in like smoking or drinking or gaining or losing weight or having a hormone imbalance, or even apparently wearing the wrong bra, which you're probably wondering like excuse me, like what does that have to do with your small boobs sagging? And I just wanted to illustrate the point that like boobs sag regardless, you know, and they obviously can sag after you have children and when you're finished with the process of boob feeding. This next one, like I honestly never really thought much about it, but again, that's just because I naturally have a smaller chest. So another perk of being itty bitty is when it comes to like wearing certain tops, specifically button downs, button downs are a non-factor. And that's also because, well, you don't have a heavy chest trying to escape from wearing a button down. And that's a beautiful thing because you don't have to like worry about that, all that jazz. So yeah, that's another perk. Now this next perk it's also pretty interesting, even though I feel like it's a little bit irrelevant, kinda, but let me read it to you anyway. So the fourth perk of being itty bitty is that you will not attract misogynistic men. I thought that was like kind of weird because I mean, I guess you have a point, but at the end of the day, like, I mean, like, you're going to attract a misogynistic man regardless. But apparently misogynistic men tend to view women as objects anyway. However, particularly when it comes to choosing between a woman with a larger chest and a woman with a smaller chest, according to this article that I'm going to link in the description box below so that you guys can check it out to see that I'm not just pulling this stuff out of the air. Put it like, misogynistic men will go for the women with the larger chests because apparently they see those women as like meek and weak versus the women with the smaller chest, and it's just like, that doesn't, not today. What? That just doesn't make any sense. So I thought that was a bit strange. Also, a mini perk to having a smaller chest is that having a smaller chest equates to women looking younger than their actual age, like men are attracted to youthful women. I feel like that's really interesting, and let me know in the comment section whether or not you want me to do a video on that, because that really piqued my interest and I couldn't stop questioning, like, what is with men's obsession with youth. Perk number 5, you have better posture. Like, where, who? I mean, right now I have better posture because I'm sitting up straight for this video, but I would say maybe, and this is totally what I get for like filming at night the day before the 4th of July. Oh, so what I mean by like you having better posture, it is specifically because for women with like bigger chests, bigger boobs, I feel for you all because I don't know how y'all manage to go about the day and you guys don't feel like weighed down because your chest is so heavy. It's literally like weighing you down, so your posture is like this, you're like hunched over, and it's difficult to straighten out your spine. So I completely and totally empathize. Perk number 6, you can detect breast cancer lumps so much more easily. That is a really great perk to have, because with having for the other women out there who have smaller chests, it's because you have less breast tissue inside of your body compared to women who have larger chests. Perk number 7, during the summertime, no top is off limits. Meaning women with smaller chests can wear a top from, can wear anything from a bandeau top all the way to wow, I can't even think of an actual all the way to a crop top. Yeah, and honestly, like, the only exception to that is the only top that is off limits would be like not wearing one at all. Maybe I mean, like, unless you're at home and you're by yourself and you're just like chilling or whatever, that's totally fine. But out in public, I mean, isn't that like a crime, I think? Perk number 7, wealthy men who are satiated, i.e. not hungry, like they're full. Like, what does hunger have to do with it? Hungry men tend to go for women with larger chests because they apparently have more to offer in terms of like resources, which I thought, you know, compared to like men who were like full. And I thought that was really weird and strange because it doesn't actually matter, because men will go for anything. Men will go for anything. Like, well, whether a heteronormative straight male likes large-chested women or smaller-chested women, it really doesn't matter, just as long as it's a woman. That's about it. And maybe a woman who isn't full of herself or something. I don't know. Whatever floats your boat. Men find women of any size attractive regardless. Perk number 9. Women with smaller chests, we are more, how do I put this delicately? We're more sensitive. Not so much in like the emotional like sensitive, but more so in like the we're more physically sensitive. And that's because since physically, scientifically, we have less tissue, it is easier for us to get how do I put this, worked up physically versus women who have larger chests. So I mean, that's a perk. Like, take with it what you will. I mean, that makes a lot of sense when you think about it. Try not to be awkward. We're just more physically sensitive, which is a really good perk to have. I want to say more, but I can't. You know, we got to keep it PG-13 here. And the last and final perk number 10. We are a part of a committee. And what I mean by that is like, yeah, that's exactly what I mean. But it's like, oh, like if you're a, you know, like a young girl or young woman right now who's feeling very insecure or self-conscious about having a smaller chest, honestly, I would just like to say it's okay to feel self-conscious, but it is not okay to compare yourself to other women, because just because the grass might look greener on the other side doesn't mean it actually is. Now back to my perk. If you're feeling self-conscious about your smaller chest, there are plenty of women out there who have smaller chests who are like making moves and killing it and just excelling in all things. And they're not letting having a smaller chest like stop them from doing whatever it is that they want to do. I did manage to find some celebrity examples. If you're not already aware, but you probably are, but I'm gonna just name some. There's, I hope I don't say her name wrong, but I probably will. Eku, Edward, Natalie Portman, Sandra Oh, Lupita Nyong'o, Keira Knightley, of course, Bad Gal Rihanna, and even Zendaya. There are plenty of women out there who are like just doing amazing and extraordinary things, and they're not letting having a small chest stop them from doing what it is that they want to do. Basically, like, having boobs in general are just accessories. Like these earrings I have in my ears, they're accessories. I mean, yes, they do provide life and sustenance, but they're still mostly accessories. Boobs themselves are wonderful accessories to have, so flaunt them if you got them. Okay, lovelies, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope I made sense. And if you haven't already, and if you've been liking my content thus far, don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe below. And hit those post notifications so that you can be notified every time I post. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Toodles!